Welcome and welcome back to my channel. My name is Belle and this is the Belle Perspective. And today we are reviewing Harlem Season 2, Episode 7 and 8, the final episodes. I'm going to do a mashup, but before we get into that, let's cover some housekeeping items. This is a growing channel and I am looking to reach that 500 mark subscribers by the end of March. It is closely approaching us. Okay, I got a month to get this done and I need your help. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Get down in the comments and let me know what you think about my commentary, the show, and anything else. That is all I have for the house announcements or housekeeping announcements. Let's get into the review. Okay. All right. So the first episode is episode 7 called Fall Back to Rumspringa Forward. And in the show, they talk about Rumspringa is kind of like a pillage, not a pillage. What is it called? Pilgrimage. Pilgrimage. Said pillage. Oh God. So I'm smart, y'all. I promise. So at least a little bit. The Rumspringa is a pilgrimage kind of thing that people from the Amish community do. Young people in the Amish community, they go and do. They go out and live like in the real world, or I guess, or in the secular world to make their decision whether or not they want to, become Amish, stay in the Amish community, or go out and live their own lives outside of the Amish community or the Amish faith. The show also explains that too. So that's where that Rumspringa is coming from. Decide to go on a girls' trip to Puerto Rico, and we here for it. I've never been to Puerto Rico before, but I love a girls' trip. Quinn is on her eat, pray, love shit, which she normally in La La Land and living just in the clouds. That's typically how Quinn is living. We'll see a little bit more about how that goes. Camille's okay. They keep showing us images of Camille's hand intertwined with Jameson's, so it gives us the illusion that maybe they've slept together, or maybe something has happened between the two of them physically. We find out a little bit later on that something else happened. Before we continue to go, was Team Ian at first. Now I'm Team Jameson. No, like how Ian put all of that responsibility on Camille. They're boring. Anyway, I won't keep. Let's keep talking about the show. The doctor prescribed Quinn, I guess, a medication. They don't really say what it is or what it's for, but I'm assuming that it's for depression. And then later on in episode 8, we do find out that it is in a prescription for depression. Tye is convinced that her old days, back in the day when she was young and the crazy, reckless, mindless things that she used to do back in the day, will help her reset from getting over the divorce and also, with the egg harvesting that she's going through. So we get to see Ty make a fool of herself and injure her, just being crazy and doing a whole lot. To the island and they're laying out on the beach, and Ty brings them back some jello shots which have melted apparently because it's entirely too hot and a long walk from where she originally got them. Camille again is completely preoccupied with work, but she's also preoccupied with thinking about Jameson's hand all up in hers. And again, we'll find out exactly what happened because it's not the way that you thought. Now, remember how I said that I thought that they had slept together? Child, they pulled a 1-2 on me. They bamboozled. I got bamboozled. I got bamboozled. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I really did think that that was the case. On the beach, Quinn meets Keith. Now I was like, who's that? He kind of cute, and then he walks up. Like, no, that's not the actress's husband. So Grace Byers plays Quinn, and that's her husband in real life. Mind you, congratulations to Grace Byers. She is pregnant. Oh my gosh. Now that also may I'll talk about that in my predictions. Okay. Yeah. Anywho, okay. So Trey, his name is not Trey. His name is Trey in real life, but Keith, she's like, Keith, how you Keith? He walks up. He looking handsome. He is such a handsome man to me. Very handsome. She's like, oh my God, I haven't seen you since NYU days. Where have you been? It's been a long story, blah, blah, blah. Let's get together in Puerto Rico. Let's have let's have dinner. Let's talk. Let's reconnect. Let's do the thing. I am not really here for actresses playing opposite their husband and love interest. I think that is such a lazy acting role. Does that make sense? Like, that is so boring to me. It's like, girl, he's your husband. Of course you can kiss on him. Of course you will have chemistry with him. He is your husband, girl. So I really didn't like that. Anyway, they show them later on. They're on a date, and they're basically comparing dating horror stories, and it's AKA the Jilted Olympics. I'm like, this is what are y'all doing? Are y'all supposed to be together? Because this is Angie is battling commitment. We find out, we already know she's in a something with Mike, and she really likes him, and her usual tactic is just giving it away to any random person. And while I support sexual liberation and sexual freedom, Angie girl, slow down, girl. So she's talking about trying to find her final hoorah, can't seem to see it, can't seem to settle down, can't seem to really get that right person that she can get her final whole raw in with. She finally admits that it's actually because of Mike and that she really likes him and that anybody else just won't do. And girl, that's welcome, welcome. That's what the heart does. That's what she does when she don't want to go nowhere. When she likes somebody, she just folds. Again, Tye making a fool of herself. She get dragged down the beach trying to, I don't even know what kind of extreme sport it was, but she was looking crazy. And I hollered. So Angie actually calls Quinn's mother to come to Puerto Rico. And she ends up finding out that her family, depression runs in her family. A cute little snippet. So they go to the club. They're all like drinking. Ty's trying to look for drugs and carrying on. They're drinking. Angie leaves because she wants to FaceTime with Mike, and everybody's like, "What? Oh, girl, yeah." She gets on the roof. She's trying to FaceTime with Mike. The network is patchy. How about the Puerto Rican police or the police of the area shoot a big beam on her, and she ends up, while she's trying to be naked and doing the nasty on this roof, they basically run her off of the rooftop. That just was so funny to me. It was cute. It was a cute little scene. I laughed. I'm not even gonna lie to you. We find out again because Angie calls Quinn's mom. Quinn has that conversation with her mother, talking about how depression actually runs in their family and that it's okay to be on medication because her father is actually on medication. And Quinn is like, why didn't I know why that daddy was on medication? Because and her mother was like, because your dad's basically so busy trying to make things look like everything is okay. He's so busy trying to make things look perfect and great that he's not really honest with you. But it evens him out, and maybe medication can work for you as well. And I'm glad they had that conversation. They really humanized Quinn's mom in that scene, in that moment, because the way that they portray her, she is yikes. Camille and Angie have a conversation, and I was like, look at Angie with the growth. Look at Angie with the growth and the wisdom. She talks about Camille finally reveals that her and Jameson actually just slept in the bed together. They just took a nap. They didn't sleep together, no kissing, nothing inappropriate. They just fell asleep in the same bed and took a nap while they were working. So now all of this for that's it, girl. Camille, we find out that Camille is self sabotaging, and we already know that her character is already self sabotaging. Angie finally says it to Camille. You're self sabotaging so that you can avoid having to actually have that real conversation with Ian. And the real conversation that she really need to be having with Ian is the fact that she don't want to have no kids. She don't want to do that. So what she was going to try to do, consciously or subconsciously, who really knows, is frame it to make it seem like she slept with Jameson, lied about it, and then come clean with him and make it so that Ian can get so mad enough with her that he breaks up with her, so she doesn't have to have that adult conversation about her not wanting to have children. Angie called all of that out. I was like, now, Angie, if you got all this wisdom, see, that's what I'm talking about. If Angie has all this wisdom, why in the hell does she act like she don't know what the hell going on and carrying on and doing silly stuff and foolishness? I don't understand. I'm confused. They end up, after all of the shenanigans at the club, they end up going to the beach to reset their lives. I don't remember what the tradition is called, but you walk backwards into the water and you walk back out. It's supposed to like cleanse you and bring you good luck, wash you of all your sins from the past, and cleanse you for the new year for moving forward. But I was like, is this December? Is this a brand new year? Like, when is this? And is this something that's done frequently in Puerto Rico? I don't know. I ain't never heard of it before. It was interesting. Now we get into episode 8, and episode 8 is titled Joy, Joy, Joy. I really liked this episode, and the reason why I liked this episode was because things that needed to be said were finally said. Finally. Oh, finally. So Angie, who is that? I don't know. Angie got the lead to some role. They don't really talk about it, but she's finally getting her stride, getting lead roles. She's playing opposite of Jennifer Lewis, and we know that's gonna be good because we love Auntie Jennifer. She is amazing and so funny. Okay, is in full relationship bloom, and y'all know how she is. They've been together for 2 weeks and she's already talking about happy anniversary. Again, the actor who is playing this guy that she's in a relationship with is her actual husband. And it irritates me because it's like, girl, that's not even, you don't have no work to do. I guess that makes your job easier, but it's a little corny. I kind of think it's a little corny. Not even gonna lie, while they kept showing him, I kept asking myself, okay, so what's gonna be wrong with him? Like, okay, he's went to school with her, they reconnected. What's gonna be wrong with him? Earlier in episode 7, she was having that conversation with him during the Jilted Olympics date, that when they were talking about both the horror stories. She kept saying she never got with him because she thought that relationships weren't supposed to be easy. It seemed like it needed to be a struggle. And I was just thinking to myself, is this really how we think as women? That relationships have to be hard? Not even gonna lie to you. I think when I was an ignorant younger girl, I felt like there needed to be some kind of struggle. But now that I'm older, it's like, I wonder where that comes from, though. Where does that come from? Like, why do we think in that way? Oh, sorry. Why do we think that way? That love has to be some sort of struggle, some sort of like back and forth. Where does that come from? Maybe it comes from the black struggle love. Anyway, that's a whole nother conversation. We can talk about it on another day. Anyway, we find out that through her talking to Keith that she wants to go on a date at the water club, and the water club is like this place that her parents took her to, where she was able to get dressed up and she felt like really cute, and she was as a child, and as an adult she said she wanted to go there to reenact that same date and feel really pretty. Mike meets Quinn at Quinn's shop and tells her that Angie had broken up with him because in the previous episode, in episode 7, we find out that, or Quinn finds out, because we already knew, Quinn finds out that Angie's actually dating Mike. And Mike is the guy that Quinn's mother tried to hook her with at the golf course, but obviously it didn't work out. Shocked to Quinn at the time meeting, she said a couple fresh things, but it wasn't enough to make me mad. I probably wouldn't get that upset about it, but Angie was really upset, and I guess that she felt like maybe Quinn wasn't over Mike or had feelings for him, and because she felt that way, she didn't want to get in between her relationship with Quinn, so she broke up with Mike. But Quinn is not even interested in Mike. I don't know why we're going down this road. I don't know why we're creating all this drama. I guess the point was to do all this hoopla just so we can get to where we're about to go at the end of this episode. Mike tells Quinn that he is in love with Angie. And here is where I started really liking the episode, really liking what was happening. Quinn said, wait a minute, slow your roll. I said, now, Quinn, I know you lying. I know you fucking lying. I know you fucking lying, telling somebody to slow down. Not you in this 2 week relationship and you already talking about happy 2 week anniversary, girl. Oh my God, girl. Then says, I used to be so desperate to be alone. I liked anybody who liked me. He said, so I had to take a few years off just to sit with myself to figure out what I liked, who I was. And here goes Quinn. To take some time off, get to know yourself so that you can actually love yourself so that someone else can love you. Right? And that's typically what everyone says. Love yourself. You know the cliche. It's true though, right? It's still true. Still true. Gotta love yourself in order for someone else to be able to love you. And I guess that Quinn took that to heart because later on she ends up breaking up with Keith. Ends up breaking up with Keith, telling him, listen, this is great, but I need to find out who I am. I've turned myself into so many different people based on the guys that I'm dating, the people that I'm dating, and I really need to discover who I am, find out who I am, love myself, and then I'll be able to date. And I praise God, because girl, I really felt like that whole girl liking girl thing, Quinn, desperation. You like anybody who like you, girl. It was so evident that I could not stand it. Okay. Tye starts dating the plant lady, y'all. We've talked about the plant lady. I think her name is Amber. I think. I don't remember. They just keep calling her plant lady, and so does Tye, so that's what I'm gonna call her too. She goes into the plant shop, giving another dead plant, trying to buy another dead or trying to buy another plant because she killed another one. Another one. But I don't have no green thumb either, so I really can't say up here and judge. She was leaving. Amber, plant lady, is like, hey, listen, do you want to go out on a date with me? I'm like, okay. I knew it was coming, but I didn't know how it was gonna go. I didn't know how it was gonna go. I knew it was coming. Come to find out later in the episode. So remember we talked about in a couple episodes before that she met this girl named Zoe. They finally gave her name because in the beginning we didn't know who it was, or maybe I just wasn't paying attention. Come to find out, the girl that we call her no strings attached. The no strings attached girl that she found at one of the bars. Her name is Zoe. Find plant lady is Zoe's daughter, and they live together. And so Tye is stuck between Plant Lady and Zoe. That was the most awkward. So I'm guessing her and Plant Lady may not work out. I don't think it's gonna go the way that Tye had anticipated. Yikes. Camille and Ian. Camille comes home after working on the assignment. I guess they come back from Puerto Rico. Ian is so geeked up about remodeling the home and all this other stuff. And I'm like, boy, don't you owe people almost $70,000? You got a lot. You got a big tax for somebody who in debt. Come to find out, his parents took out a small, are going to take a home borrow against their house, a small home loan, I think, or refinance their home to pay off the $68,000 that Mira's parents require him to pay. Not a good idea, but whatever. I guess that's what parents are for. Sure. So Ian is talking about remodeling the home, repainting the house. He's talking about the backyard. So little Langston and who else? Zora, I think, which can play outside and maybe, create a nursery. And Camille's like, yeah, yeah, great. Girl, tell him the truth. It's crazy. Please tell him the truth. Ian picks up on Camille not being as enthused about all of the remodeling recommendations that he is talking about. He says, listen, we don't have to have kids right now, or we can have kids in a different way. No pressure. Don't trip. We're a team. We'll be able to do this one way or another. Baby, she don't want to do it at all. Okay. And I'm tired of her holding her breath. I need her to tell you because I'm tired of you as well. You can go. Okay. I prefer you on P Valley. Go over to P Valley. I don't need you on this show no more. I'm sorry. Y'all, I'm sorry. I'm tired of Ian. I'm not rooting for Ian no more. Ian can go. I'm Team Jameson over here. Camille has a conversation with Quinn's mom about motherhood, and she basically says, listen, if you're a mother, if you're wanting to be a mom, you're going to know it. Motherhood is going to knock on your door. That yearning for motherhood is going to knock on your door. And just for the people out there in the back and in the front, motherhood isn't for everybody. And it's okay if you do not want children. That doesn't make you any less of a woman, and it doesn't make you any less of a person. You just know what you want, and it's a different path. And I'm okay with that, and I respect you for it. Period. Camille decides she wants to change her topic from Black motherhood because of the fact that she doesn't have an urge to want, she doesn't want to become a mom. She doesn't have any inclination to move in that direction, which makes complete sense. She would rather talk about Black joy, and she's able to do this documentary, but interview most of her friends, and I'm assuming other people, about what Black joy actually means and how it's presented in different spaces throughout the Black community. As she changes her topic from single motherhood to Black joy, she's hosting a beautiful, I mean exquisite exhibit. It's so pretty. It looks really good. She really did a great job pulling it all together, and we got to see like little bits and pieces of the exhibition, and it was really good. I liked the way that it looked. I liked how everyone was there. Everyone was dressed to the nines. It looked good. I wish I could have gone there, even though I know it was a fictional setting or a fictional event. Jameson shows up to congratulate her. Obviously, he's a part of the exhibit as well. Her mother shows up to congratulate her. Dr. Pruitt congratulates her and says that to Jameson later on in the episode that she's not ready. Dr. Pruitt's not ready to let Camille go from Columbia, which we already knew that. And Jameson says, yeah, I'm not ready to let her go either. I am, well, let me get into my predictions later. I already knew Jameson. Go ahead, push through Jameson. He ain't ready to let her go. Angie and Quinn, they finally make up. I don't even know why they were even beefing. This was dumb. They wasted my time. Both of them apologize. We move on. There it is, Mike. He gets her from being with Quinn. He rides his bike out to the park and he proposes. And I was just like, okay. Now my only thing is like I'm excited to see that Angie's getting proposed to. Well, I'm excited to see that that's happening for her. This is the person that she wants to be with. That's exciting to see. Just the person that they've chosen as an actor to play her man. Tell me what y'all think. Do he match Angie? Like, do you think that that's a guy that Angie would want to be with? Maybe they purposely pick somebody that's completely different than her. Maybe they did that on purpose. No, just looking like, do you think this Angie right here? I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think down in the comments. He proposes. I said finally, not like they've been together forever. He proposes. We don't know what she's going to say, but yes, it was such a cute way. He got all her favorite things. Hot fries, girl. You know I love me some hot fries too, and I don't like the Funyun ones, but I do like the regular Cheetos hot fries, girl. They are so good, girl. Give me that and a good lemonade. Ooh, yes, yes. Anywho, it was a really cute scene. I really liked it. We don't know what she's going to say. I think she's going to say yes, but we'll find out. Hopefully, it gets signed for a season 3. Camille is finally honest. Finally honest with Ian. Finally honest with Ian. She opens up and she tells Ian, listen, I don't think I ever want to have kids. Not even I don't think. I don't want to have kids. When the doctor told me that I wasn't able to have kids or that it would be next to impossible to have a child, I wasn't sad. I wasn't disappointed. I was relieved. I felt relief. I said, woo, that's real, baby. You is not trying to be nobody's mama. And I respect that. Okay. I would rather you know that you don't want to be no mama than fool around and have these accident ass babies and then fuck up somebody else's life. Okay. Majority of us are in therapy because our parents were not real with themselves and because they didn't use proper contraception. But that's neither here nor there. Please don't become no mama if you ain't ready. Please don't become no mama if you don't even want to be no mama. Please don't become no mama if you know you ain't stable to be nobody's mama. Okay, I'm getting off my soapbox. Finally, they break up. Ian says, listen, being a father is my dream. I have got to be a dad. I cannot not be a dad. And I respect that. And so they part ways. I knew it was coming because it just was too easy for them to get back together. That was too easy. Plus, it was kind of boring. I'm just like, why is he here? He need to be on P Valley. He need to go. He need to be on P Valley. I think Jameson fits who she is for the future. I think Ian is for the past and he should have stayed in the past back then and there. She left him on that curb for a reason and I we leave him, girl. Okay, leave him. Let somebody let Miss Mississippi have him, okay? Finally, at the end of the episode, they show a doctor OBGYN appointment. All four of the ladies are in the office, and the doctor is saying, you're fine, and so is your new baby. Somebody is pregnant. They don't show who. Everyone's looking shocked. We don't know who it is. Now, because Grace Byers is pregnant with her husband, Grace Byers, the actress who plays Quinn, is pregnant. I'm wondering if it's going to be her. But I was like, so are you telling me she just randomly had? But with whom though? Like, who would be the baby? Who would be the father? I don't know. I'm thinking it's either Quinn or Angie that's gonna be pregnant. No, I don't know. I'm thinking it's gonna be Quinn because again, Grace is pregnant. So that would be the easiest way to like work her pregnancy into the storyline to me. And that's if it's signed for season 3. We don't even know. It's still up. It's still up for debate. The other prediction, I think Jameson and Quinn are going to get back together. I don't think it's going to be an easy thing, though. I think Jameson is going to kind of like linger around, one of those like slow burn kind of things. But maybe they might introduce somebody else. I don't know, but I do think Jameson is gonna stick around and try to, because he said in the episode that he wasn't ready to let her go. So I'm thinking that it may be a slow burn where they're like builds it up and make you feel like, oh my God, Jameson and Camille, they really need to be together. Like I'm thinking that's probably what they're gonna do. Those Try hit her and Plant Lady. I don't know if that's gonna make it. Not at all. Not at all. Standing. Plant Lady seems like she's a little bit open. Lady seem kind of open. I don't know what's gonna happen with Quinn. Hopefully, Quinn will expand on her career. I could kick Quinn for blowing off Vogue. Like Vogue is not, girl. That's in a Wintour, girl. Whoo, girl. That you blew that. I'm hoping that Quinn will redeem herself as far as her career is concerned because she absolutely blew the bag. But we'll find out. We'll find out. Those are my thoughts. Y'all let me know what y'all think is going to happen in the next season. Do you guys think it's going to be renewed? I hope it is. What are y'all thoughts on Ian and Camille breaking up after all this time? You done made. And here's the thing. I keep forgetting people's names. Camille did not make Ian break up with Mira. Ian was so immature that he wasn't honest with himself or the women around him. He knew he didn't want to marry Mira. He just needed an excuse, which is another reason why he needed to go. Go on. Yeah. By the way, I forgot to say that Ian's aunt, who plays B. Smith, or B. Smith plays the aunt, gave him $68,000. Baby, where is y'all parent? Where is this happening in real life? Because wish I could call my auntie and be like, can I have $68,000? Wish my auntie would send me $68,000. Let me know what y'all think. Get down in the comments. Let me know what you think about the episode and what you think your predictions are. Oh my God, I really want to hear about that. I want to hear y'all predictions. I will talk to you guys in the next one. Take care.